Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. I'm up here in Vehicle City, Flint, Michigan. Just left the weigh-in for the Clarissa Shields, Ivana Habazin, I believe is how you pronounce her last name, for the weigh-in for that. And a lot of stuff is just up in the air. So you may have read it in other situations. I tweeted something out about it. There was I don't know, it might even be above an altercation. There was an assault, you know, and it looks like it may affect the event. So James Ali Bashir, I think, is Habazin's trainer. I believe he's 68 years old, nearly 70. He was knocked out at the press conference. I mean, at the weigh-in. I'm sorry. The situation was that Clarissa Shields came in, hit the scale immediately. Went down to her undergarments and took to the scale to see where she was, and they were doing their thing. And Mr. Bashir, goes over to take a look at the scale to see what it was. And an individual, a female from Shields's circle, or the entourage, it was an individual that arrived with her. I guess she was like, back off, get out of here, something or another. She told him to fall back in some kind of way, and he didn't let it go. And he did go ahead and walk away and go on to take his seat in the rows, but he kept making comments to her that he would knock her monkey ass out. Said this repeatedly. The young lady had to be restrained a couple times. She was maybe 15 feet away. And then, Bashir kept, sounding off, basically. And at this time, Shields is getting dressed. I think she may have even been on her way on to go do whatever they were going to do, looking, based on whatever number they got on the scale. And then, I was in the back by the stand where the cameras are, and I had my back facing towards the main stage area, the weigh-in area. And all of a sudden, I hear a thud, slap, thud, and then somebody hit the floor, and chairs and stuff moving. And I turn around. It's an individual that's kind of stockier dude that's backed out and like waiting to see what's gonna come back from him. But Bashir is on the ground, and he's leaking very badly, and it's like, get the man some medical attention. And so from there, different Showtime people, intervene and trying to see what's going on. That individual, he talks it over with his people, and they're like, the drill. So that's pretty much that. Ivana is right there, down by, at the foot of her trainer. And she has a small security team with her that had on like Team Habazin security or something. These two individuals, ineffective to say the least. And then, it's just checking with her. They're trying to get EMTs, trying to see what the hell is going on, trying to make sure dude is, Bashir is breathing. This is an older man who's been struck very hard. I don't know. I'm sitting here like, I know some people got footage of it. I've seen some footage online already. I was talking with Fight Hype. He filmed some of the altercation, the verbal stuff. But like I said, man, I'm just getting out of my car, and I'm trying to find where my mother is, because my mom brought my mom along for the trip. So that's pretty much it, man. They ended up going ahead. Of course, the weigh-in was delayed. All the individuals besides Claressa Shields took the scales. Everybody seemed to make weight. And then they said, there wouldn't be any more activity weigh-in wise for Shields, at least for a minimum of an hour. And then they still had to reach out to, Ivana and see what was what. I mean, Bashir did sit up, and they checked him out, put him on the gurney, took him away in the ambo, and she left with him. So who knows what can be said about salvaging the main event. They did say, if anything happened, they probably would do a weigh-in privately. I'm sure, Salida was on the phone, Mark Taffet was on the phone, the Showtime folks, I think Gordon Hall, people are on phones trying to see what can even be done. So that's pretty much it, man. It's not much more to speculate on. Like I said, they closed down the lobby area there in the Dort Federal Credit Union Event Center, I think is the name of it. And like I said, they said if anything does materialize, they'll it'll be a closed weigh-in with the commission. I think it's the Unarmed Combat Commission, I think is what they call it here in the state of Michigan. And it's just kind of wait and see. So that's pretty much that. If you wanted to get an update on what transpired at today, and I'm talking about this, I don't want to suggest, I'm not saying that anything, from Team Shields or Shields, it was part of her, part of the group that arrived with her. This individual who struck the man, I think he came in from the opposite entrance. I don't know. He came in, and like I said, I think he was defending the lady's honor, or that was a family member or something. But the way that Bashir addressed her multiple times, repeatedly, like I said, just what they call it, signifying or something. And maybe it was, this is boxing. Maybe he was trying to let it be known that they knew they were behind enemy lines, or on visitors' territory, and they were trying to stand their ground on everything, and things went too far. So that's it, man. Bite Down Boxing. I know I got this round by round boxing shirt on. This was my travel shirt. Plus, that's the big family. So I don't even know. Like I said, articles are out there. My man, somebody on Instagram told me they read something about it. So there are stories out there on it already. A lady did walk by me on the phone who I think knew the individual and said that he snuck him. So I don't know I think there was some talking, some words exchanged, but I don't think Bashir thought it was going to be a flat out, a full on fight. But like I said, man, the older guy left there on the gurney. Let me get on out of here, make sure my mom is good and get settled in. And, I'll be back tomorrow to, talk through the remainder of the card. Peace.